Mary Graves here, bringing you my initial reaction to the brand new Jurassic World Rebirth that I got to see in a pre-screen thanks to WMMS and Phoenix Theaters. Spoiler-free review, of course, because the movie has not come out yet. And as you'll see in my background, and when you go check my stories, when I'm done with this, go check my stories, you'll see that they did a lot of fun things at the theater as well in order to celebrate this pre-screen. So what did I think about the movie? Well, one, definitely go see it. This one is rewatchable to me. As you may know, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I bought the entire six movie box set on 4K Blu-ray, and I've had an experience going through all those movies with my new surround sound in my love set couch, which I love also. And of course, nothing beats that first Jurassic Park for sure. But going through the movies, Jurassic World, the first one, really good. It really hit on that nostalgia in a very obvious way while still being its own thing, kind of. And unfortunately, Jurassic World Dominion was it wasn't a bad movie. It was not a bad movie. It was just a lot of movie and hard to rewatch. It's just a little too long. It's a little too much. And there's just some things that are like locusts. There was locusts. But there are no locusts in this movie. It is all about the dinosaurs. It is all about, well, it's not all about the island. If you remember the original Jurassic Park, they took a while to really get to that adventure at the original Jurassic Park. And they do have a really good buildup before you get to the island. In this one, that's my brother in the background, by the way. And I think they did the whole nostalgia of Jurassic Park in a way that still made it its own. Like, you could point out things and be like, oh my god, that Jurassic Park. It's like they copied the emotions, not the storyline, and I really appreciated that. And like I said, this is a rewatchable movie for me. This one is one of those where I'll watch Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and Jurassic World Rebirth if I don't watch them all in the same order. Now, if I had to have any complaints, I would have to say the very beginning, well, not the very beginning, the opening to this movie, excellent. Really captured the feeling that I got from the first Jurassic Park, while again, being its own thing that I really appreciated. But then there's a little bit of like text you have to read on the screen. It's a little much. I get why they did it. They're kind of setting a scene. They probably didn't have to do it in that way. They probably could have done it with a little bit of dialogue tweaking, that we really got the sentiment from it. But I'm not going to be like, oh my god, I don't want to read on the screen. I know a lot of people hate that kind of thing. If you're the kind of person who hates that kind of thing, you're going to be a little bit annoyed early on in this movie. But it didn't ruin the movie for me. It just, you had to read some stuff to get some stuff instead of it just being in the movie. Oh well. A little bit of exposition text. That, and the deaths were all, because it's a Jurassic World movie, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movie. I mean, that's not really a spoiler. You're gonna get some dino deaths. They were all pretty obvious to predict, in my opinion. My brother and I kept going back and forth. We're like, oh, that person's gonna die. That person's definitely gonna die. There was one death in it that I really wish wasn't a death in it, but they died in a really cool way. And that's all I'll say about that. I wish this person didn't die, but wow, was that a cool way to kill them off? So I'll give it to them for that one. I'll give it to them for that death, that one. Okay, and the last thing I will say has nothing to do with the movie itself, but the movie theater. I've never been to a Phoenix movie theater. Apparently it's new in one of the malls around here, and I think they have a few locations around the country. I don't think they have many, but I've never heard about them until getting to do this pre-screen. And they have like a 4D experience. It wasn't a 3D movie, but like they have this thing they called it the butt kickers. Oh, somebody setting off fireworks. Butt kickers that literally rock your seats and shake things, as well as the surround sound of Dolby. I think they call it Dolby Atmos. They had this whole introduction to the thing. Both people speaking about the theater, the owner and the marketing person, who's gorgeous, by the way. A little film about it, like a 2-minute thing. It was super cool. That's the gorgeous man right there. These are the guys talking about the Phoenix Theater and the seating and everything. It was an experience. The first time I watched a movie with my surround sound, with my love set couch, and I had the subwoofer underneath the seat I was sitting on, and I had it turned the bass all the way up, and the surround sound was really loud. And I watched the first Jurassic Park. You know how much I love this movie, so much. And I watched that as my first movie using that surround sound, and that big thump, the John Williams score kicking in. I had this experience times 10 in the Phoenix Theater. It was so cool. And these are the guys that actually brought all the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World stuff to the theater, which was super awesome. It made me feel like a little kid again, just looking at everything and then walking and taking photos and stuff. It was a really cute touch. Okay, now this is not a complaint by me by any means. This is just something I've noticed. With the Jurassic World movies in particular, there's a complaint that there's not enough character development with all the new people they brought in. Chris Pratt's character, the little kids that were in the brothers, Bryce Dallas Howard's character being in the heel. She's such a stereotype. We don't really know anything about her. There were a lot of complaints about that in Jurassic World, and if you look at the Godzilla movies, the complaint was there's too much human stuff in those movies. We just want monsters. It's like, which one? Like this movie, you're going to get a lot of character development. That's what I really like about this movie too, is that you really feel for the characters. It's why that one person who dies, I didn't want that person to die. But I really like that character. Yeah, you're going to get the development in here, and it's like, make up your mind. Do you want the character development or not? Character, monsters, what? Just make up your mind. Actually, I have a much better idea. Why don't you just sit back, relax, go to the movies where you can do that kind of stuff. July 2nd, Jurassic World Rebirth comes out in theaters. Go see it. You won't regret it. And again, thank you to the Alan Cox Show, the radio show I won these tickets from, WMMS, the station that he's on, and Phoenix Theaters for putting on quite the experience.